So I've had quite a few people message me and ask me, Wolfgang, what do you think of the law of attraction? What is your opinion on the law of attraction? And so, first of all, for those who don't know, which most people probably do know, what is the law of attraction? The law of attraction is simply focus on what you want, not on what you don't want. And if you focus on what you want, essentially you should get the things that you want in life. It's very deep. And it got really popularized by the book Think and Grow Rich, but more recently by the movie The Secret. So essentially the law of attraction is much deeper than just like attracts like, or focus on what you want, not on what you don't want. Basically, whatever you're feeling is going to dictate what you think, and then that's going to dictate your actions and your words, and that's going to dictate what results you get in your life. So essentially how you feel transforms into everything else. And essentially if you feel good, if you're feeling good, you're feeling great, and you're creating from feelings of abundance, you're creating from feelings of love, or feelings of happiness, or feelings of creativity and inspiration. When you take action from a positive vibration, as they call it, your actions feel effortless, and you tend to attract more of the events and the people and places and things in your life that you want. At the very minimum, the law of attraction, or looking into the Esther Hicks Abraham version of it, learning how to get into the vortex, basically trying to feel good to attract good things. Okay, at the very least, this will help to remove anxiety from your body. It'll help you feel good more consistently and relieve depression. If you do the law of attraction properly and you really invest in it, almost like it's your religion, instead of following God or something like that, maybe looking into the law of attraction for those people who are atheists or something might actually be a good idea to protect you from the stresses of life and the stresses of reality. Especially if you get into nihilism and things like that, because it can really bring all the joy out of life. And I feel like the law of attraction is a great tool for any of those types of people, and people that are into science, and people that are not into science or don't believe in science. I think the law of attraction is a great tool for everybody, no matter what religion you're in or you follow. And basically, basically prayer is part of it. You know, sending good vibrations to people, sending your intention to the universe. These are very powerful things. And so some of the things that I've taken from the law of attraction is to consciously affirm positive things over and over again in order to create more positive things. So this is one of the main things that helped me get out of anxiety back when I was having panic attacks on a regular basis, is I started to affirm over and over again, everything's cool, man. Life's good. And I would repeat these mantras in my head to help me relax. And the key with mantras is not to just think something. Affirmations, if you just say something over and over again, it doesn't have the same effect. What you need to do is, everything you do should be aimed towards getting you in a positive vibration or a positive feeling. You should think about, what am I feeling right now, and then what do I want to feel? Or just think, what do I want to feel? So if you're anxious, chances are you'll want to feel good. So try to talk yourself into feeling good, feeling relaxed, feeling calm. Talk yourself into letting go. You know, tell yourself things like, oh, it's all good. You know, no matter what happens, I'll be okay, or something. Reassuring yourself in that regard. This is very powerful when you go to job interviews. It's very powerful when you go through any kind of hard situation in life, or anytime you just want something to turn out for the better. Using affirmations in this way and attaching good feelings to it is probably the most powerful thing you can possibly do. And then basically retraining your brain to think in a more positive or a more productive and empowering fashion. That's ultimately what you want to do. So every night before you go to bed, write down what you want to accomplish for the next day. I'll typically make a to-do list on Sunday night for everything I want to do during the week. And then every night I make a to-do list for the next day, and it helps to set your focus on the things you want to accomplish. And then when you wake up every morning, before you go to bed, visualize yourself doing the things you have set for the next day. When you wake up, start off with visualizing yourself beasting at whatever it is you have planned for the day. And I always start my day off with a nice a nice cup of bulletproof coffee with MCT oil. And then I go straight to the gym and I hit a new record on my lift pretty much every session lately. And so I know exactly what I'm going to do, and I set the tone for my day to feel good. And you want to fuel everything in your life from inspiration, okay? Anytime you feel fear, you want to, so fear is like a negative vibration. Fear is a negative visualization. Worrying is basically created from visualizing the worst thing happen or bad things happening. And so what you should do is change that to positive visualization, where you start to visualize the thing you're scared of, but visualize the opposite happening. So instead of losing your job, visualize getting a promotion and things like that. And just do that over and over again, and do your best to feel really good about it and feel as if it's actually going to happen. And you can create sort of like a delusional confidence in positive outcomes happening, and it becomes like a self-fulfilling prophecy. And so there's a variety of ways that you can implement the law of attraction. There's a variety of different ways of explaining the law of attraction, and there's many different approaches to the law of attraction. The way that one person practices the law of attraction is not the same as the other. The key is understanding that your thoughts create reality, and you can create your reality consciously. That is basically all you need to really focus on at first, is I can create my reality by changing my thoughts and my feelings and my actions. And then from there, you want to find all of the different ways that you can figure out what you want, and then find all the different ways that you can create what you want in the simplest and easiest, most inspiration-driven way, I suppose. Basically, letting go of resistance. Like anytime you find yourself in a hard vibration of resistance or anxiety or worrying or something, do your best to flip that around using the law of attraction. And basically use affirmations every single day to keep your mind focused on what you want to accomplish. There's a lot of scientific experiments that have been done that kind of show some evidence that we can create reality with our thoughts. Obviously, the biggest number one is the placebo effect. Basically, with antidepressants, for example, there's a lot of antidepressant trials where they give the drug or then they give a placebo, and the placebo works just as good as the drug. Same thing goes for pain. There's trials for pain medication on people with chronic pain, and a lot of times the placebo outperforms the pain drug. And that alone is a pretty significant evidence that we can change our health with our mind. Then there's there's a couple experiments. There's a crystal experiment where people can change the shape of crystals in water or change the structure of water using their thoughts. And the idea behind that is that our body is mostly water, which is not. It's mostly bacteria and cells. And then there was another experiment. What was the other experiment? Oh yeah, where basically they took like one food, like they took the same food and they cut it in half. Like they took a hamburger and they cut it in half, and they put one hamburger in one half of the hamburger in one jar and one half in the other. And then every single day they talked shit. Like they talked like angry, told the one half of the hamburger that they hate it, that it's bullshit, that it's a disgusting hamburger, that's going to rot to death. And then they told the other hamburger, the other half of the hamburger, that they love the hamburger and they want to be with it forever and it's so beautiful and all these things. And the half of the hamburger that they were talking shit to, it rotted it rotted at least twice as fast as the hamburger that they told positive things to. And that was a really crazy experiment. I've seen a couple of those on YouTube a couple years back. I've seen some with plants, where the plant decays faster, and compared to the one that they were giving positive thoughts to. That's a fascinating thing that you can maybe there's other explanations. I don't know. Maybe they're shouting so hard at the one that they hated that they spit bacteria onto it. I don't know, but that was fascinating, and there's quite a few experiments like that. But the beauty in this is that you really shouldn't. I mean, for one, it's a pretty obvious thing. Whether you believe it's magic or you believe that it's just the mind playing games on you, you really shouldn't need a scientific experiment to convince you that you can create your life with your thoughts. It's kind of obvious that we have the power to at least control how we react to things. And ultimately, we can create better lives by reacting positively to a lot of things. But really, I honestly think no matter what, that you do create reality with your thoughts and your feelings. And if you do the best that you can to fuel appreciation into all aspects of your life. Anytime you notice you're about to depreciate something, or you're about to be bitter, or you're about to criticize something in a negative fashion, in an unproductive fashion, obviously, you should stop yourself and maybe try flipping it around and try giving praise instead of criticism. And try to put the law of attraction into practice for at least 2 weeks. Generally speaking, 2 weeks is enough to get momentum going, to guide you to believing that it works, because you'll see, oh, holy shit, I feel so much better. Like all these people are starting to talk to me now, like girls are looking at me different. I'm getting, like my friends are hitting me up randomly to hang out, and they never have before this. Synchronicity is a big part of this. You'll notice when you start to think about certain things, you start to see them in your existence. Synchronicity is a big part of this. Momentum is a big part of this. So generally speaking, in reality, everything is constantly moving all the time. Okay? So when you feel like you're stuck in life, the fact of the matter is you're not actually stuck. You're either going up in life, abundance, like you're getting more good things, or you're going down, like you're attracting bad things. You're in poverty, you're in scarcity, you feel like you're losing things. So either you're winning a little bit, like even a tiny bit, or you're losing a tiny bit, okay? You're never just stuck in the middle and not moving anywhere. And so this is the beginning of momentum. Some people call it the law of momentum. It's a principle, the principle of momentum. So you're never static. You're always moving. You're either going to a good vibration or a lower vibration. You're moving towards better things or moving towards worse things. And so always remember, so like the worse that you're feeling, the longer it's going to take for you to climb back up the ladder of positivity. So if you're way down at the bottom and you feel like crap, you got to slowly, like not all the time, but like if you feel like it's hard, remember, when you're first starting this, You have to slowly climb up the ladder of vibrations to feel better and to feel better. Slowly climb up the ladder of attracting better things, improving my situation. If you're going up the ladder and your momentum is going towards good things, and you start to notice, okay, I'm feeling a little bit better, I'm attracting a little bit, things are going a little bit better, I'm attracting a little bit of better things. Remember that as long as you continue thinking the way that got you there, as long as you continue doing the things that got you positive momentum, there's no way you'll be knocked off that ladder, okay? As long as you're climbing up that ladder, doing good things, and you're doing those things that are climbing you up that ladder, nothing can stop you, okay? So keep doing those things that you were doing when you were attracting good things. And think about the times in your life when you were attracting good things. And try to think about the mindsets and the feelings that created those things, that created those positive events in your life. And the more you work on this, the better you get. And the better you get at this, and the better results you get, the more you believe in it. And the more you believe in it, the easier it is for you to keep doing it. And then the more you believe in it and the more you do it, the better results you'll get. So it's a feeding. You gotta feed it, you gotta maintain it, you gotta continuously work on consciously creating your reality, gaining momentum, climbing the ladder of positive abundance, and constantly, gain that positive momentum towards getting better things. And remember, anytime you feel, you find yourself in a ranting mood, you find yourself in a bitter mood, maybe you're anxious, maybe you're just like in a ranting mood like I get sometimes, maybe you're just stressed, whatever. You always need to stop yourself before you rant to someone, before you express your anger at someone. Obviously, emotions are healthy. I'm not advocating the suppression of emotion, but you got to numb the angry edge. And then when you feel better and you start to notice positive momentum, you can express your concerns to the person in a civil fashion. Remove the emotional fuel behind the words so that it doesn't create bad things. I don't know if you noticed, but a lot of times when people are angry, they tend to do things that they regret later, and that can be looked at through the eyes of the law of attraction. The best thing to do is when you start to notice that angry momentum, you got to stop that momentum before it creates bad things. And so for those of you that are on NoFap, something that helped me with semen retention for months was when I noticed I was building sexual energy. I had to at least recognize that that's building so that I can catch it before it creates a relapse. You could stop it dead in its tracks, and you could try to extinguish the sexual energy, or you can change your focus onto something productive and build productive energy. And whatever you're thinking right now is going to gain momentum towards what you want or towards what you don't want. Whatever you're thinking right now builds momentum. Whatever you're saying right now builds momentum. Whatever you're feeling builds momentum. Whatever you focus on builds momentum. And so, this is a universal principle. You plug it in so many ways. I'm recording videos right now. The more videos I record, the more people I help, the more subscribers I get, and the more positive things we're sharing with each other. And this is momentum, and it's building. It's a snowball effect. It just keeps getting bigger. The more videos I make, the more subscribers I get. The more people that watch my videos, the more my people gain my ideas. And, in relationships, if you put this into practice, you can, the more momentum you get with your partner, positive momentum, the more good things come to both of you. in your job. Like the more sales you make at your, I don't know, your makeup sales job, probably the more reputation you gain, the more promotions you get, stuff like that. So, just giving you all some ideas to kind of reflect on. This is a groundbreaking philosophy, and I highly recommend it to everybody. I'm going to make a separate video where I talk about why people don't believe in the law of attraction, and yeah, probably will. So leave your experiences down below. Let me know if you guys have had any groundbreaking transformations. I'll talk to you on the next video.